When it comes to freedom, it usually means different things to different people. That's because it is an abstract term and it holds a lot of different meanings depending on one's perspective. In order to be happy and more fulfilled person, you need to know what is holding you back and what is cluttering your mind. Right now, I'm going to give you 6 different freedoms a person can acquire in their lifetime so that it can help you live your life the fullest, the happiest, and the deepest, period. This is important because there has been a conspiracy where only a selected group of people had all the knowledge, all the power and resources to control the rest of the humanity. By the way, that was in the past. Today, things look different. That's why I want to talk about those particular freedoms, because you get to see a bigger picture and hopefully it's going to give you a deeper sense of purpose in life. Because today we have the tools to reach those freedoms and hopefully you're going to be living like you're on a mission to make it happen. Ironically, all those types of freedoms I'm about to mention, people simply are not aware of them. They don't have any frame of reference to what those freedoms are all about. Some people might know about those freedoms, but usually they don't take any action and don't do anything about them. I bet you can do better. So here are the 6 types of freedom. The first type of freedom is physical freedom. I'm not talking about being in jail, okay? This is when you're not ashamed of your body, going to the beach and not being concerned over your physical appearance. The second type of freedom is time freedom. This is where you want to do the things you always wanted and eliminate all the demands that are pulling you on dead-end directions. This is your me time, wanting to do all the hobbies you want, wanting to visit the places you always wanted to visit and meet people you always wanted to meet, and just simply to be time independent without wearing 2 different watches, one on the left and one on the right hand, just in case one stops. The third type of freedom is sexual freedom. Most men are not free to express their internal drives and they're always being busy trying to repress those sexual urges they get on a regular basis, and mostly because of the monogamy that is promoted heavily in our culture. It is usually labeled as wrong to sleep with many different women at the same time because women don't benefit of that side of the deal, especially if a guy is in a relationship. If the guy sleeps with another woman, he has to divide his income and attention to another woman. Not good, right? So that's why it has been socially conditioned in men as being wrong to sleep with another woman. Back in the days, rulers of lands used to keep all the women for themselves, putting them in places that were acceptable only to them. In order for those rulers to protect those places, they created laws to protect them, where if you sleep with one of the ruler's women, the penalty was death, and everybody else within the male's family who was trying to seduce or have sex with one of the ruler's women. These rules were very extreme and the risk involved into engaging in sexual relationship was quite severe. Those rulers kept so many women not just for sexual variety, but also for reproductive power to spread their genes. My point here is that this idea of monogamy was promoted back in the days, and since we're living in different times, people still live with old ideas. Now, I'm not saying every man should cheat on their woman, especially if they're committed to being in a relationship. I'm saying that most single men don't have the sexual freedom to express their sexual urges as a result of that conditioning. And for women, this type of freedom represents the feeling of not being empty, not being bored, or having a child that can fulfill that need later on in the process. The fourth type of freedom is financial freedom. This represents the ability to buy whatever you want or whatever you desire, without thinking of saving money or wasting money. This is the freedom of not being afraid to spend all your available money in your bank account until there's nothing left without worrying about tomorrow, as a result of certain passive income. Most people don't feel empowered to spend all their money because they've been working so hard to acquire those money and it doesn't feel right losing them all. That's why most people save money. This financial freedom would liberate people in a way that can get whatever money buys, which in this day and age is almost everything. By having this purchasing power, you're going to be more free to do whatever you want. Simply, people stop being slaves to money. That's what financial freedom represents. The fifth type of freedom is spiritual freedom. This is the freedom of having a purpose, to pursue your dreams, to pursue your goals. Most people are not empowered to go after their dreams. They're doing things they don't like. They're having jobs they don't like, and they're living with people they don't like. Their dreams are so weak, so when another person comes and attacks those dreams because of conflicting interest, they're lost forever or buried somewhere, not even considered for later when things change. The sixth type of freedom is political freedom. This freedom is from law and regulations that usually set limitations in traveling to other countries, require you paying taxes, requiring to buy insurance over liabilities, paying hidden fees, etc. All those 6 types of freedom are within your control. Why I'm saying that? Well, because there are underlying factors that can set you free in each of those areas. Those underlying factors are within your control. In order for you to improve and reach the level of satisfaction in each of those 6 freedoms, you need physical, mental, and emotional strength, combined with the knowledge of how to do it and actually do it. Some people have the knowledge to liberate themselves, but they actually don't do it. Let me give you an example. Physical freedom. In order to reach it, or not being ashamed of your body, you have to endure the pain day in and day out doing physical exercises that are going to give you the body you want, and eventually you set yourself free from all the concerns you may have of your physical appearance. It can be done. Time freedom, the same thing. It requires physical, mental, and emotional strength. Why? Anthony Robbins once said, time is an emotion. In order to master time, you have to master your emotions. How do you master your emotions? By having mental, physical, and emotional strength, which can be done through physical exercise and the knowledge of knowing the right form while you're exercising, because form in fitness is fundamental. Financial freedom. What it takes to get a financial freedom? It is definitely not to get a better job. Okay? Same thing. It takes physical, mental, and emotional strength. In order to reach the financial success you want, you have to endure the failures or costly mistakes along the way by learning from them, and you're eventually going to be financially free. You're also going to need the knowledge that's going to get you there. We live in the information age, so that shouldn't be a problem. Political freedom. Most of the political freedom comes from financial freedom. If you have money to invest and use them wisely, you can use money to bend laws and regulations without breaking those laws. Because most of the political laws and regulations are made to favor the people who have capital and resources. And this can be you if you achieve your financial freedom. Spiritual freedom. It also has mental, physical, and emotional component into it. In order for you to pursue your dreams, you have to reach your goals and set new ones along the way. In this way, you build momentum and confidence that there's no dream and no goal that is not possible to achieve as long as you put your mind to it. Sexual freedom. It also can be achieved through mental, physical, and emotional strength. Again, for both sexes, sexual freedom means different things. For single men to have the variety of women they want to have sex with, in order to liberate themselves sexually, they have to develop this inner confidence about themselves and actually do it. And that is mostly done through emotional strength, but enduring rejections. Here's a little exercise for you. Write down on a piece of paper all the types of freedom you need to acquire using the template I just provided to you, and write down what they mean to you. Write down all the types of freedom, what they mean to you. Also, you may want to make 3 columns on that sheet of paper. On the first column, you want to write the type of freedom you desire. On the second column, that's the column in the middle, you want to write the symbol each of those freedom characterizes. Like, for example, if it's financial freedom, the symbol might be money, might be wealth, or something a little more tangible like house or a car. And on the third column, write down what you're going to need to achieve or acquire that particular freedom. More knowledge, maybe you're going to need more education, or maybe you're going to need more action to take because you already have the knowledge to make it happen. Maybe you need to move to another city, etc. When you do this, you have a sense of what you have to do in life instead of just wandering and going randomly in life without any sense of purpose whatsoever. I personally specialize in time freedom. I teach business owners and entrepreneurs how to get more time out of their busy schedule by doing things that are important to them. If you're one of them, visit my blog at doubletimetodaycom. That is doubletimetodaycom, and watch a free video on how to get at least 2 extra productive hours today so that you can achieve the time independence you always wanted. I'm Chris Diamond. Thanks for stopping by.